Michael Campbell from Delaware.
Do you know our number?
Michael, this guy from Delaware.
Since they could get on the line.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we've hit the bottom of the hour. My name is Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with ZG International. I currently hold the rank of a Simon in our company's compensation plan, and it's my privilege to welcome you to our Thursday evening executive overview of the ZG International income opportunity. In the next few minutes, we're going to cover quite a bit of information. We're going to discuss the three essential, if you will, critical ingredients necessary to achieve success in developing a home-based business. We're going to have an opportunity to hear from a few of our members in the field, literally joining us anywhere from a few days to a couple of years, to hear what they're doing to develop their home-based business. This information is really focused for those of you that are invited guests this evening, perhaps a friend or maybe a co-worker or a family member has been sharing with you information about ZG International, our products, income opportunity, and so a very special welcome to those of you that are invited guests. Now this evening, we want to focus on what I was sharing with you, the three essential ingredients that one would look for to be successful in a home-based business in our industry. Those three ingredients, first and foremost, would be the experience of the corporate leadership team. Secondly, of course, the product. Discuss specifically the kinds of products that lend themselves well to our kind of business. And then we'll talk about the third ingredient, which is timing. So that, and I do want to caution my guest speakers, we have somebody that does need to mute their line. The first ingredient you look for, experience of the corporate leadership. That is always first and foremost in making the decision to align yourself with a company and develop a home-based business. ZG International was founded by a gentleman by the name of Ken Brailsford. Now, you may not recognize Ken's name. However, Ken is an icon in both the nutritional and direct marketing industries. Ken and his siblings were the founders of Nature's Sunshine back in the 70s, now 40 years in business. Many of you will recognize Nature's Sunshine. This company in 40 years has become a billion-dollar legacy company. We refer to a legacy company as a company that's been in business 20 years or longer, done over $1 billion in sales, and continues to grow to this day. Certainly a very stellar achievement. However, Ken went on in the 80s to found a second legacy company in Rich International. And many of you will recognize that company's name. Now in business almost 30 years, continues today under the name of Unicity. Ken Brailsford has the significance or the notoriety of being the only man in history that has built two of our industry's legacy companies. And that's such a unique statement in the, 60, perhaps almost 70 years that this industry has been a profession. There have been literally, probably tens of thousands of companies that have come and gone over the last, half dozen decades, yet only 24 of those companies have achieved legacy status. And Ken Brailsford is the only man that has built two of those companies. Arguably, from a corporate level, we have the most experienced leader in the industry. Ken Brailsford has gone on to surround himself with some of the sharpest, most experienced minds in the direct marketing industry. We have a corporate team that combined approaches 200 years experience at some of the highest levels, some of the most successful companies, now part of the ZG corporate team. Now, let's talk about the second ingredient, and that is product. And I commonly have the question, Fred, wouldn't the product be the most important thing to look at? And you would think that would be the case. However, everything rises and falls on leadership. Over the years that I've been involved in this industry, I've seen a number of companies with good products, in some cases extremely good products, that are not around anymore. A good product is not sufficient to create a long-term opportunity. However, products certainly are a major component to the success of a home-based business. And these are the things that one would look for in finding the correct kinds of products. First and foremost, look for a product that makes you first to market. You always want to be first to market with a product. The first company to market a particular kind of product is always a successful company. Secondly, look for products that are highly consumable. You want a product that is in the best case situation, something that's consumed on a daily basis, ordered on a monthly basis, but most important, products really have to work. They have to make a difference in people's lives, because creating that long-term repeat customer ultimately becomes our long-term residual income. And what we've done, we were very fortunate that a number of years ago, in the early 2000s, there was a documentary that aired on the Discovery Channel. This documentary was introducing us to a botanical, a tree, if you will, by the name of Moringa oleifera. Now, this Moringa oleifera tree, for the most part unknown in the Western world, what we learned from the documentary was that a very small quantity of the powdered leaf of this tree was being used to literally reverse childhood starvation in as little as 2 weeks. This was being done in some of the most impoverished and poverty and drought-stricken areas of the world. The nutrient value of this tree was unbelievable. Since that original documentary from the Discovery Channel was aired, we've had truly overwhelming third-party validation of the power of this nutritious botanical. The National Institutes of Health, in their 2008 newsletter, reported this as the most nutrient-rich botanical they had ever studied. They even went on so far as to say that the Moringa oleifera had been used in traditional medicine to cure or treat over 300 diseases and ailments. We've had to date now over 200 worldwide humanitarian organizations endorse the use of the Moringa oleifera tree for nutritional purposes. Countless numbers of universities and medical schools having studied it. And you can actually do your own research by simply going on the internet to the government's medical website called PubMed.org for published medical studies, PubMed.org, and simply type in the search box Moringa. You will find hundreds of Western vetted medical studies further attesting to the power, the nutrient power of this botanical. And again, I'm going to caution our guests, I have somebody that's still on the open line. The Moringa oleifera tree, we were fortunate, just a few years ago, a videotaped copy of that original documentary from the Discovery Channel, a copy of that was forwarded to Ken Brailsford. And now that you know who Ken Brailsford is, you'll recognize the significance of that event. Ken Brailsford is probably one of the very people in the world that would have, number one, recognized what a powerful medicinal herb or botanical this is, and still have both the financial resources and the credibility within the industry to bring this to market. And we were very fortunate. Ken had those resources. He was able to enlist some of the finest of scientific minds to bring this product to market, including Russ Bianchi, arguably one of the top food formulators in the world. And we launched Zige International 6.5 years ago with our original product, our Moringa drink, which gave us an opportunity to have all the nutrient power of the Moringa tree in a great tasting beverage that the Western world could consume on a daily basis. Today, our core nutrition product, our Moringa drink, we provide over 90 verifiable nutrients, 46 anti-inflammatory properties, 36 antioxidant properties, all of the omegas 3, 6, and 9, all, most importantly, in efficacious amounts and in balance, the way that nature designed us to be able to incorporate our nutritional needs. We have all of the essential amino acids, including the 9 essential amino acids that we have, of course, from our diet. And today, we have expanded into 3 separate product divisions. We have our core nutritional products, our liquid nutritional products. We include now our new nutritional, or rather our healthy sports energy drink. We then expanded into a personal care line of products. Today we have a line of salon quality products, all infused with the nutrient power of the moringa oleifera tree. Frankly, the technology in our skincare line is easily 5 to 10 years down the road before it'll be available in the regular marketplace. But what really started to lead the growth of ZJ International was when we introduced our weight management. Certainly in today's world, it goes without saying that overweight and obesity is a major concern for all of the Western world. We have a system that's designed to provide the core nutrition the body needs, other natural ingredients to help the body better process the foods we eat, to help us, reduce cravings, improve the metabolism. The third component of our weight management system is our premium tea, which includes moringa, and it helps the body to be able to remove the toxins and waste products that are built up in the fat cells. What's amazing is that this product has exceeded our wildest expectations, that product division. We've had people be able to easily shed 5, 10, 20, 30 pounds of unwanted body fat. But what's amazing is we've had others that have been able to lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds. Today we have individuals that have lost over 200 pounds. And what's exciting is they've been able to do this without dieting, without exercise, without surgery, without drugs. And folks, this is what creates opportunity when you have products that meet true needs. And they're able to do so efficaciously and economically. This is what creates opportunity, because these products are only available through ZJ International distributors. And before I go into our third topic of timing, I want to take a moment. We're going to go over to Virginia. We have one of our newest distributors, Lois Smith. I mean, literally, I believe, Lois, you've been with us, I think, something like 8 or 9 days. And you have really taken advantage of what our product and our opportunity has to provide. Can you take a moment, join us on the line, Lois, share with us a little bit about your background, what it was that caused you to want to get involved and develop a home-based business with ZJ, and what you've done to get off to such a fast start.
Well, thanks, Ray, for having me on the call. I'm a homeschool mother of 7. We are a small business, and I grow most of our own food. My good friend and upline Susie Cruz invited me to try ZJ and attend the Racer Summit meeting. After I heard Russ Bianchi, I signed up as a Builder 1. I followed the simple, duplicatable system, and in 8 days I achieved Team 250 level. I've almost back my initial product cost. I've earned my free auto ship at all 4 pounds. It's been fun and easy, and I hope to be profitable very soon. Thanks for letting me share, Fred. Now back to you.
Lois, thanks you. Your story is absolutely tremendous, and thank you for joining us on the call. Ladies and gentlemen, when I met Lois a couple of days ago, I asked her to be part of this call because she is very much indicative of what's happening today in ZJ International. People are starting to see the power of our product, see the power of our opportunity, and literally in the space of a week, she's virtually has a business that is now into profitability. And so what I want to do is talk a little bit about timing, because I asked Lois to share her story because it is a sign of what's about to happen with ZJ International. Timing, I think timing is a critical issue in pretty much every aspect of our life, but very much so in our kind of business. Now, many people really don't recognize the right time to join a company. Oftentimes people say the best time to join a company is the very beginning. Well, the challenge with that is something I shared with you a few minutes ago. The fact of the matter is, most companies in our industry do not last but a year or 2 or 3. Over the last 6+ decades, thousands upon thousands of companies have come and gone. Only a handful, 24 companies have stood the test of time. And so one of the things that one would look at is maybe joining one of those established companies, which certainly has good timing in the sense that you've got a solid company. The problem is it's very difficult to see the massive growth that can take place. learned, and I've had the good fortune to be in this industry for 28 years now, is that the correct timing for joining a company in our profession is what we call in the industry the momentum stage, what me and you would more commonly refer to as the exponential or explosive growth stage. Technically, what we would define that momentum stage is when a company hits its first $100 to $200 million year. If you can find a company at that point in time, what you have is the best of both worlds. You have a company that is mature enough, it's developed infrastructure, it has stability, yet secondly, you are still ahead of the masses. See, that's where we are today with Zeech International. Just 6.5 years after we launched the company, we've just completed our first $100 million year. Literally right at the threshold, the doorstep of the beginning of the momentum stage. Probably something that's even more significant to share with you is we are poised to do more sales volume in the next 12 months we've done in the first 6.5 years of Zeech history combined. That's the correct timing. All of the industry's top income earners, high 6 and 7-figure income earners, they joined their respective companies during the beginning of that momentum phase. And so, Lois had mentioned a couple of things I want to share with you. Because today we have resources that weren't available when we started. We have a program called Team 250, which she was able to achieve in her very first week. Really what that Team 250 program is, it's designed to create a zero overhead business for independent distributors. Our only real overhead is our own personal product consumption. And for simply doing what we do, sharing our products, sharing our opportunity with people, you can easily qualify for this program. Lois was able to do that in her first couple of days. And that's really the only overhead we have. Now, she mentioned a couple of other things. She started with what we call a Builder One Pack. In Zeech International, to become an independent distributor, the only requirement, frankly, is a $39 application fee. Now, the $39 application fee allows you to purchase the products directly from the manufacturer at wholesale. You can develop your own customer base. You can develop actually your own distribution team. We've learned that there are systems in place that help people become successful. The most effective way we've learned to be able to develop both a potential customer as well as a potential distributor is through our sampling process. Simply letting people try the product. Now, this is why so many of our distributors will choose to start with some product to launch their business. But what we've done is we've put together 3 basic packages, if you will, 3 entry points to the Zeech business, designed to help everybody be able to get into business. We have a personal system. It's a collection of our products that allows our new distributor to sample some of a number of our products so that way you can experience the product yourself. It's a $330 business package. And the advantage with that package is you literally get better than a 10% discount because the $39 application fee is waived. And it gives you enough product for yourself, try some of our products, and have a little bit to share with a couple of friends. Now, the two other entry points are, we call them builder systems. All they are is multiples of the original package, the $330 personal package, but our 2 builder systems, Builder 1 is double a personal system, Builder 2 is 4 personal systems, but those builder system packages, they come with 2 significant advantages. First, you receive 50% more product for free. With the Builder 1 system, you actually get $300 of additional product free in the form of samples to help you launch your business immediately by being able to sample out to a number of people. Each of the builder systems provides 50% more product, and the second advantage is to get 50% more income. Each of the builder systems comes with that added advantage. You will receive a 50% increase in your team commission for the first 3 months or 6 months, depending on which package you start with. So we have a way for every single person to be able to leverage their way into a business, and the focus, of course, is to get into profitability immediately. And as you can see, that's literally going to be done in the first 2 weeks with Lois. Now, what I want to do is give you a little feel for what can happen when you follow this simple, duplicatable system for a longer period of time. I'm going to go over to Florida. We have Marcy Ducharme on the line. And Marcy, it's been tremendous to see the growth in your business, especially in just the last several months. Maybe you can take a moment, share with the folks a little bit about your background, why you made a decision to get involved in Zija, and what you've been doing to launch your business and create a successful home-based business already.
Yes, thanks, Fred, for asking me to be on the call this evening. I was actually first introduced to Zija because I had several health challenges, and I was amazed at how quickly I experienced the results and how much it helped. So I stayed a preferred customer for quite some time. I had also been involved in some successful business ventures, but due to economic conditions, they were coming to an end, and I was looking for a new opportunity. And I recognized that opportunity was Zija International. So I started in the business with a Builder 2, and it provided me with ample product to launch effectively. And also with the help of Terry Geary and a great upline, I learned the simple, duplicatable system and then put it to work. Within 30 days of the implementation of the Team 250 program, I was giving my product for free, which was great. And then also within 90 days of working the business, I had recouped my initial product cost. I'm currently ranked silver. I'm closing in on gold, and I'm loving my weekly checks. I also look forward to driving my Mercedes and helping my organization achieve their goals, both financially and obtaining their own Mercedes. The business is really enjoyable. It's fun to work with partners that are positive and they're excited about their businesses and so willing to help one another. And the residual income that I am building is a definite plus that I've not experienced in any other business. So thanks for letting me share, Fred, and back to you.
Thank you so much. And again, congratulations, Marcy. I'm excited to see what's happening with your business. And Marcy mentioned another program that we've recently been able to institute, and again, it's because of the timing with Zija. We have the resources to put into the distributor base. She mentioned the Mercedes program. We have a luxury automobile program called Team Ben, and I'll tell you, that's not necessarily unique in our industry. Other companies have luxury automobile programs, but they've always been reserved for the top income earners. And see, Zija International is a different kind of company. What we have done is we've made this program available even to our part-time distributors. Probably one of the most exciting things is to see an individual building a part-time home-based business and yet be able to drive a luxury Mercedes-Benz automobile with the payments being paid for by the company. And so today we've put together all of the essential ingredients. We've got, the correct, most experienced corporate leadership in the industry. We've got products that meet all of the criteria. We are first to market. We are the Moringa company. And over the last couple of years, Tim Brailsford, because of his business savvy, has made major investments into the infrastructure of Zija. While we're just 6.5 years old, we have an infrastructure that rivals companies that are 20 and 30 years in business. No other company has ever done this. We are fully integrated. We control every aspect of our product line. We control the product source. We grow our own moringa trees to our specifications in our fields. We bring the product into the United States. We warehouse the raw materials. We now have our own FDA-certified pharmaceutical-grade manufacturing facility built to create our own products, and a distribution team that has, through our group of independent distributors, resources that are unmatched in any company, and yet the timing is we're right at the very beginning of that growth curve. Now, I want to take a moment, and I want to go over to Indiana. We've got Terry Geary with us on the line, and Terry is a classic example of somebody who's got great results on our product, but has made a commitment to the long term to build a serious business. Terry, it was great seeing you last week at the training we had in Indiana with Ann Dom's team. Truly, it was a stunning event. Great to see you and a number of your team members out there. I appreciate how much effort you put into creating leadership you've brought to your team. Take a moment for us, Carrie. Share with the folks a little bit about your background. What was it that caused you to want to get involved in Vision, and what you've done today to build such a significant business?
Well, Fred, thanks for having me on the call, and it was great to see you last week as well, and looking forward to seeing everybody at a convention next weekend. So I actually was introduced to Visa by a client of mine at my floral design business, and I heard what success she had with the products, so I was excited to get started because I definitely wasn't the picture of health. My business required me to work a lot of long hours standing in one spot, so I was always tired. I was the heaviest weight I had ever been, and I had psoriasis since grade school, so I was just really excited to get started on the products. But I also, being a business owner, I saw the business opportunity. So I got started with a Builder 2 system, and I was able to recoup my costs within the first 30 days. But, eventually, just sharing this with friends and family, following the system, in about 12 months' time, I was actually making more part-time with Visa than I was full-time, working 70 hours a week at my floral business. So about a year and a half ago, I was able to sell my floral business and been working part-time now for the company that I sold my business to. But it's wonderful to have that option, Fred. It's really great to have the choice to go to work, be working because I want to, not because I have to. And, I've had been able to lose over 60 pounds now. I have relief from my psoriasis. And I get to spend more time with my family. And that's really what's the most important to me. My husband was actually able to switch jobs as well. He had a really high-stress job. He had to work a lot of late nights and get called out a lot. And what was great is he was able to take a different position and take a big pay cut. But because of our increase in our Visa business, financially we were able to make that decision. And, now the company even gave me a free Mercedes to drive around in. And, the newest vehicle I've ever owned before was a 2006 minivan that I delivered flowers in. So what a wonderful opportunity. Fred, I see what you've been talking about now, about the company getting into momentum, and I'm so excited about what the future holds, and so excited to be a part of this and be able to have fun with people like Marcy and Lois and other team members. So it's an exciting time to be a part of Visa, Fred. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Carrie, and again, congratulations on what you've done to create a team. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that's most important to understand about our industry is probably the greatest type of profession to be in, because our route to success is only based upon the help that we provide to others. One of the reasons that Carrie Geary's had such a tremendous success is because of the energy she's put into creating success for team members like Marcy Ducharme you just heard of. And Marcy's success has been based upon helping the new people joining her team, like Lois Smith that you just heard. To me, it's probably the greatest way to create financial independence, is because it's from a helping heart, if you will. And so this evening we've covered those three essential ingredients: corporate leadership, right product, and timing that you look for in developing a business. You've heard the stories of just a handful of people that have been successful, and you're hearing consistency in each one of those stories. These are people that made a decision to commit to their business, launched it by learning a simple, duplicatable system, and then have been able to build successful businesses by helping others. And that is really the hallmark of success in our business. So I want to do two things right now in closing. Number one, for those of you that are an invited guest, I want you to get back together with the person that asked you to be on the call this evening. Get your questions answered. Make a decision to get involved. The person that will be your sponsor, they'll help you select the package that will be the best for you and your goals. And then secondly, for those of you that want to get involved now, we have a very special event going on Saturday, 2 days from now. We're going to have a very special fast start training on Saturday morning. Our guest trainer is going to be one of the company's top income earners, a gentleman that's literally created a 7-figure income from home on the telephone. Truly an amazing feat, but utilizing this simple duplicatable system. And you're going to learn exactly what to do from day one, how to launch your business, how to get into profitability in a reasonable amount of time, and then go on to create for many of you what will become life-changing levels of residual income. So with that, one last thank you and shout out to my guest speakers this evening. I really appreciate the time that you invested to sharing your stories. I'm going to go ahead and open up the lines. I'm going to close out the call. For many of our distributors, you'll be heading next week to our international annual conference in Salt Lake City. Looking forward to meeting many of you that I haven't had a chance to meet next week in Salt Lake City. With that, the lines are open. Thank you for joining us. We'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday morning on the Fast Start training. Have a great evening.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you.
And Jamie Smith, Georgia. Michael Stackman, Sacramento, California. Thanks, Fred.
Renee Carter, North California. Thank you, Fred.
They call me.
Thanks, Fred. Chicago, Washington, Linda Casperson. That was great. Thanks, Fred. Lena Livingston, Marcus Wisconsin. Thanks, Fred. Jesse Wagner, New Philly, Ohio. Thanks, Fred. Thanks, North Carolina.